in one of several ways. Sabotage by a coworker, bosses sabotaging subordinates, employees sabotaging the boss, and bosses sabotaging everybody. This has gone on since the Pleistocene era. It happens for one reason: it works. This is the ultimate authority on backstabbing and sabotage, and has lent his name to such a practice. There are two motivating factors for workplace sabotage that are basic to the human condition: fear and greed. Let's go through some examples. Here's coworker sabotage. Coworkers passing the blame to remove a potential threat, that's fear. Coworker stealing ideas, that's greed. Coworker slacking off, that's greed. Coworker gossiping or making things difficult socially, that's fear. Coworker kissing up to the boss, that's greed. What about bosses sabotaging workers? The boss doesn't give credit for your work, that's greed. The boss obstructs advancement potential, that's fear. The boss is belittling and manipulative, that's also fear. The boss does harassment, that's greed. Deliberate understaffing, that's greed. What about co-workers sabotaging the boss? Going over the boss's head, that's fear or greed. Deliberate underperformance, making the boss look bad, that could be fear or greed. Whining to co-workers, that could be greed. Covert and overt challenges to authority, that could be greed. What about bosses sabotaging everybody? Keeping people in the dark, that's fear. Suppressing top performance, that's also fear. Setting up teams and work groups to fail, that's fear. Don't honor agreements, especially bonuses, that's greed. It's far worse at some places than it is at others. These are called toxic workplaces, where people do backstabbing instead of their jobs. How to stop it? Unless you're the boss, you can't. You make rewards dependent on group success. You drive whiners out of the system. You could recognize it for what it is, which is bullying. You could look for leaders who are more interested in respect than power. And if you don't know the difference, you're not one of those leaders. If you're the boss, hire the right people. Trust your gut. If you think you're being sabotaged, then you are. And finally, start building your arc. There's a big shortage of people who do their jobs.